And we are back on Sportsman Radio. I'm your host, Chris Schanfeld, and I am now joined by former Chicago Bears great linebacker Otis Wilson here at the Rib Fest in Vernon Hills, Illinois. Otis, how's it going, man?
It's going fine, thank you. Number one, it's a pleasure to be here at the Rib Fest, and I'm hoping after we do this interview that they still have some ribs left.
I know you've been here for a while signing autographs. How's the fans been here?
Well, it's been a steady flow. That's one the great thing about Chicago. Has great fans, and we truly had a lot of Bear fans and of the '85 team, and they certainly still show their appreciation. I hear a lot when I was younger, so you know how that goes.
I want to start this interview off by talking a bit about your college experience, because at first you attended Syracuse University and later on transferred to University of Louisville. Pretty much, why did you decide to make that change?
Well, I see you did your homework. Louisville was number one. It was close to home. Growing up in Brooklyn, New York. Of course they recruited me as well. I went there and had a nice time, and wanted somewhere close where my mother didn't have to spend a whole lot of money traveling to come see me play, but yet still play the big-time football schedule.
All right, and you rank second all-time in Louisville football history with 484 career tackles. Does that mean anything to you?
Well, of course it means something, because you always want to be known as one of the best. And Doug Buffon, I think, was the leader and a great friend here in Chicago, and it is what it is. So I'll take number 2.
All right, and Otis Wilson, you're selected in the first round of the 1980 NFL Draft by the Chicago Bears. Now, I know this was over 30 years ago, but can you tell us a bit about your draft day?
Well, you're right. It has been a while, but anytime, you always have dreams of going to the next level. From high school, you want to go to college. From college, you want an opportunity to play in the big leagues and to test your skill. And I got a great opportunity here in Chicago, being the number 1 pick in the 1980 draft, the 19th player and the only linebacker to go in the first round that year. So it was a great, joy for me as well as for my family, because you pretty much go from no bank account to a pretty nice bank account, and I was able to, support my family, and everybody lived well.
We hear stories about how veterans make the rookie do some things such as singing in front of the team, cutting their hair, or even carrying the veterans' pads. During your rookie year, during your rookie year with the Bears, did you have to do anything extra with to help out the veterans?
Well, yeah, we had to do 2 things. One, carry the film projector, because at that time it was a film projector. Now everything's on DVD. You don't have to get laptops now. But I had to carry the projector, and on weekends, like Saturday before the games on Sunday, we had to buy donuts. There was only 2 rookies that made the team that year, with me and Matt Suey, and so we had to do all those duties.
All right, and how much money did those donuts cost around?
Well, it didn't run that much, but it was probably about $500 that whole year.
All right, and how about when you were a veteran? Did you make any rookies do anything for you?
No, I gave them a lot of grief, but no, I didn't have them do anything particular. I just rib them a lot, make it, how we say, make it interesting for them.
Otis, during the 1985 NFL season, you guys had a great season, making it to the Super Bowl as you guys defeated the New England Patriots. What would you say were a few reasons on why you guys not only made it to the Super Bowl, but then won it?
Well, I would say probably the biggest reason, the caliber of athletes we had on offense and defense, and the coaching that we had. I mean, the coaches were dedicated, the players was motivated, and we was, we were not willing to allow any offense, to gain anything on us. And, other than that one loss, 18-1, it was a great season. But the biggest thing that sticks out is the dedication we have for one another as players and out there on that football field.
It's hard to do this interview without mentioning the great Walter Payton. Pretty much, what was it like just to see him perform on the football field?
Well, Walter was not only a great athlete, but a great individual. I mean, funny, jokester type of individual, but yet he was a running back that played 13 years and pretty much only missed 1 game from what I understand, and always delivered a blow. He never let the defense tackle him. He didn't go down without a fight.
All right, and of course the Super Bowl shuffle. It looked like you guys had a great time. Is there anything, any stories you'd like to share with us about the Super Bowl Shuffle?
Well, that was Willie Goff's deal. He was instrumental in organizing that, and Harold Washington, who was the mayor of Chicago at that time, was trying to figure out a way to raise money for different charities, and that's the idea that Willie came up with, and he asked 10 of us to do it, and 10 of us braved that industry and not knowing anything about rapping. We did it and had fun doing it. So to this day, it's still going strong. So that was Willie's deal. We raised a lot of money for charity, and we had fun at the same time.
All right, Otis, just a few questions on this upcoming season. First, I'd like to talk about the coaches. When you were playing, you had in-your-face kind of coach in Mike Ditka, and now there's Lovie Smith, the head coach for the Chicago Bears. Pretty much, what kind of coach do you think you like better? Like, an in-your-face coach like Mike Ditka was, or Lovie Smith, who to fans, it doesn't seem like he shows much emotion on the field.
Well, to be honest, I just want a guy that knows what he's doing, understands the game, and delegates responsibility. Let his coaching staff do the work. He don't have to do the work. He does the work during the week, and his staff runs everything during the game. I mean, I just happened to have a guy that was, very high strung and boisterous. But people should understand, we did not need anybody to motivate us that year. So he could have kept quiet, and we would have still done what we did. But it just happened to come out that way, and for me, I just want somebody to know what they're doing.
All right, and of course, this offseason, the Bears have been making some really big moves, such as reuniting Jay Cutler with Brandon Marshall. What do you think about them reuniting here in Chicago? What big things are you expecting out of them?
Well, I'm hoping that Brandon Marshall, Alshon Jeffries, Michael Bush, all those things gel together on offense, and Urlacher gets healthy and able to come out there and make an impact on defense, because that defense is built around him. And without him, that's their leader. When you don't have your leader, then you start searching for somebody to step up, and it seemed like no one ever stepped up, behind him. But you can't wait on him. If he's not going to be in there, somebody else has to step up. So I'm hoping that they have a pretty good season. They all stay healthy, because you can have all the guns you want on offense. Defense win championships, and until they make a point in securing that defense and replacing the guys, because the guys are getting older. Every year they're getting older. I think this is Brian's 13th year, Lance's 10th year. Julius is, probably 11th or 12th, somewhere in that area. All of them getting old. They on the downside of the mountain. So you got to find some young talent. Somebody got to step up, and they got to play some football. So hopefully we have some good football to watch, my man. So I got dinner to go to. It was a pleasure talking to you. I hope everything works out well for you. And as we always say in parting, go Bears.
Yeah, thank you, Otis. Thanks.